That's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say all we want for see vote without violence. All we want for see now. All we want for see vote without violence. Till the end they say all we want for see vote without violence. All we want for see. All we want for see vote without violence. Now not the time we for better we country. We for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say all we want for vote without violence. All we want for sin, all we want for vote without violence. Till the end they say all we want for vote without violence. All we want for sin, all we want for vote without violence.
And welcome to TDN African Media.
Hello.
Who is then speaking to and your designation?
This is Albert Massakoy, the Director of External Relations of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. And we are at the ECSL National Data Center. The reason why we are here is because the Commission called on political parties as number one stakeholders to issue out what we refer to as the electronic copies of the final list of voters. This is the much talked about data that the political parties have been yearning for, and as a matter of best practice, the Commission has called on the political parties, though it is a short ceremony, but it is very much important because the Commission has officially issued a soft copy of the voter register. So as I speak, it is not only the ECSL that has the voter register that we're packing now, but the political parties, some now have soft copy of the voter register so that they can use it on election day. Whilst we are processing voters on election day, it behoves on the political parties for them to have a soft copy, or they can print out whatever, at least they have the version of the register so that they can cross-check. The essence of that is to ensure that we promote credibility in the process. Whilst the ECSL is processing voters, the political parties are also, or their agents are also going through the process, cross-checking. Also ensuring that we have a good working relationship between the ECSL and the political parties. That is the essence of why we are here.
Let's talk about the timeliness of this registration, voters registration.
Well,
is it the right time for NEC to issue out the registration now?
There is no law that talks about the time for registration details to be issued out. There is no timeline. What is important is, has the ECSL issued out? Yes. Whether it was issued yesterday, it is issued today, or it will be issued tomorrow, the law does not state that after every period we must or we shall issue. So the issue of timeliness actually does not hold, because what is in law is that in order for the ECSL to promote the electoral process, we share information with the political parties. And this argument about timing and all of such, we would have to look at the law. The only time that there is law with regards the finalization of the voter register is when the Commission must submit the final list of registration.
Okay.
That simply means 6 months before election, the Commission should have completed registration, meaning no one is added after 6 months to the register. And on the 24th of December 2022, that is exactly 6 months to the elections, come 24th of June 2023, the Commission did finalize the registration of voters, meaning we have 3 million plus voters. Now, the issue of what the Commission has been doing since that time, the law also makes provision for transfer of registration. The law states that within 3 months to the election, the ECSL shall transfer voters if they wish to be transferred. It is not that we are adding voters, but we are transferring voters. And since April, May, and June, the Commission
voters from Freetown to
from one station to another station.
Okay,
that is what is in law.
to another station.
Yes, from one station to another station. It is the right of
Not
voters.
from one district to another district.
When we say from one station to another station, it can be one station in a district to another station. So it does not limit where the transfer is going to happen.
Okay.
As what is important is if any voter wants to move from station A and wants to go to station B, irrespective of the district or the locality, the individual has the right. What the individual should do is go to the district where he or she wants the transfer. Then that can be done. And within the last 3 months, the Commission has been doing that. But the Commission has finalized. Because we've finalized, the Commission has printed is in law that within 3 months of the elections, if any voter wants to transfer his or her registration details, the Commission is bound by law to do the transfers. And we've completed that within 3 months to the election.
So now we have 15 days to elections.
The law states 3 months the Commission should transfer. So within these 3 months, the Commission had done the transfers. That is what we are saying. Within 3 months, this process of transfer started a few months ago, and it is still in progress. So the Commission has completed the issues of transfer.
This process of transferring this voters registration also, is it happening now or it has happened before?
According to law, the Commission has the power to transfer. But if you make reference to before, let us go to 2012.
Yeah.
We had a situation where two prominent voters, they happened to contest for elections for the mayor of Freetown. They took the Commission to court. The Commission failed to transfer their registration details, and the court did state that it was their right for their registration details to have been transferred because they did not register within the Freetown municipality, but they registered outside of Freetown in the western area, rural. So the court ordered the ECSL to transfer, and since that time, the issue of transfer of registration detail, it is part of the electoral jurisprudence of Sierra Leone. What that simply means is if any voter wants to. So if the ECSL fails to transfer a voter, then we are in breach of the High Court ruling. So what the ECSL has been doing this 3 months is to ensure that we transfer all voters. And let us also note that transfer of vote does not mean it is a new registration. It is +1 at a particular center or station, whilst it is also -1 from the station or center that the person is transferred from and going into another.
So how best this explanation can reach the ordinary Sierra Leoneans?
Well, we are going to use
that if I voted, let's say an instance, we have 50 registered individuals here, then 45 voted here, then the 5 voted in another center.
No, what we are saying, we are not talking about votes. We are talking about transfer of registration.
Okay.
The law states that every voter has the right to transfer his or her registration details from one station to another station.
Okay.
That is the law.
Okay.
The responsibility of the ECSL, our obligation is to ensure that if anybody wants to transfer his or her, that is transfer of vote. But no sooner you transfer your vote, that means where you've transferred is where you're going to vote.
Okay.
So on voting day, it is left with Sierra Leoneans. When you go to our centers, the law is, who you register, that day you vote. So in this same case, even if you have transferred, where you've transferred your vote is where you're going to vote.
And the political party is okay with this process?
Well, this is the law, and they are bound to be okay with it. We are not doing things to suit the satisfaction of political parties, but we are doing it to ensure that we work within the legal mandate. And if the law states that we have to transfer citizens' registration details. Then we have to go by the law.
Okay. Thank you very much for talking to today.
You're welcome.
Capital city of Freetown, western area, and as we speak, we did at the PZ area now, also in a completely a business zone. But in Fambule and they see now, it clear say business is not a go on as we speak. Business is not a go on as we speak, and so many people then they go about the normal business, all man they go about the normal business, but it's actually businesses that shut down today. Of course, you get citizens that way they around, all lookers, some don't come, and then they look forward to see what will happen for the day. Continue for the Watch TV and African Media as we will try to see who that be able to get or talk to you currently and tell me what's on feel for this particular moment here so at the capital city of Freetown. Continue for the Watch TV and African Media and here at Hamadu Esma, they say feel free for share the live and also continue for the Follow TV and African Media. We will continue for the view and the updates as still in the unfold at the capital city of Freetown. All right, Fambule, this is TDN Africa Media, and with a report live from the capital. Today, there is a proposed street at home strike, and now this is Abacha Street. As Fambule and they see, this is Abacha Street. Abacha Street, all right, Fambule, if you just join me, this is TDN Africa Media, and with a report live from the city of Freetown. Osai Ifambule know today there is a proposed Sinadome strike, but within a PZ area and now on Abacha Street today. On Abacha Street, as Fambule normally know, Abacha Street na a busy business zone, but as we see this morning, na only the bank na the place when a business place we open na yaso, and all other shops then close as Fambule and they see. So continue for the Watch TDN Africa Media as we take a walk towards the Eastern Police and try for see how we're gonna Grass Street where they call Dove Courts. Continue for the Watch TDN Africa Media. Fambule and the sea. Fambule and the area. There is firing shots. There is a firing shot going on now as we speak. Inside the water, you see say some young people then and they inside the water and then on the fire inside the water as Fambule and the sea. This is Kinjimi government wharf area, and there is panic around this particular area. They see that they fire bullets them. They fire bullets them around, and they see this is the government wharf area, and there is panic. People then they run. All man they run right now in this particular area. What is that? Alexa. We continue. This now government work area, and you see say Gigi Stone will be there. Some firing by the water side. What's happened here? We don't know yet because we still the try for 10 person for talk to. But this is the government. This is the government work area, as family know. There seems to be some issue around this area. If you just join me, this is the TDN Africa Media, and with a report live from the streets of Freetown. We're at the government's work area now. We understand, say, the police get some misunderstanding with some youths there. We there for the live reports on that day, and this now the government's work area, as family them know. You see police group back, and you see the youths them around. Earlier on, we hear some shots of bullets inside the water, where some youths then run and go inside the water. Alright, family then. We continue for come with the fact to people then. As you see, say, there seems to be some issue around this particular area as we get police presence, and Gigi Stone we are firing shots inside the water where the family and just tell we say the old people are with the video, but I think they end up understand say we in a press. So with the reports live.
Then they move about and people they go about the normal business. And yesterday to now, when we wake up to a scary message will go around on social media where we are people sit at home, and we get rumors say people they come out for demonstration. But today we see like a different tone as we go about the normal business at the lovely roundabout, and we see vehicles and Martin and day out at the street. But all the few shops them open around the London axis today. But we try to let people see what they happen exactly in the government roundabout today. And we therefore interview two people concerning this, how they think about the particular thing. And are they closer to the Lumley Old Road Market inside this place here in the people they give it Timapia filled with so many things and activities that can be going on this place here. And it's the one end day now with the Syrian day out messages, peaceful messages and day out with the Syrian people that go about the normal business. And with the officers then we then they out we then deploy for trying to see people in safety ensure. So I will therefore show you around what's in the apple at the lovely roundabout and make una self with it out there and una self see. Let me finish. Well, as you can see, you see the activities of people and motorcar, the ride that is street and people talk about the normal business then now the normally axis. And
hello and welcome to today in Africa Media. Me, your name is Ibrahim Lamin. Like we tell you, thank you for the journey. Presently, within our freedom, we are at the eastern part of freedom, holding a black hole road freedom junction. Inside the motor, they talk at the roundabout, they talk to go at the new road and also use the old road. Back of me, the suicide policeman lane. In that area, they say that they secure every building in that area. But then, any other thing will happen. We'll find out today, Monday, we'll get to post protest today for this sit at home protest. And you see, after the country, they give the observe that where you come at the market, which is your inside the market. This market is always competing with jam packed with people there. Don't get that much people themselves. The one that asks them every thing they say, themselves will show themselves to have to say that any themselves no come and do the market. And you see that the only thing they do by always be around the top. But you know, things will happen like kind really soon. Nothing will happen like kind really soon. And you know, it's that much transportation they play actually they see people one ticket they use the street like money they use the street remember say they all the way distant part and we don't can right on the central business inside the downtown business house people go around for do the business from Monday to Sunday so things like that and the acting so jam packed inside this right now and then right down ECOWAS it's like shops here business go to the close. Any business to have to do that. And once you find out so, and then people, some of them say one can sell, scared because of the insecurities that happen. They make, they know, they might open the shops there, you know, they might do their business there. But yeah, but as usual, they might make profit. This morning we don't start on the east and we don't come now like central. So we present how things will happen as usual. Really happen very they say the same thing.
Good morning and welcome to TDN Africa Media. We're on the streets of Freetown for the update to Fambulden in the city right now. Thank you. And currently they're in a model and business then seems for the normal at this particular site right now. As everybody they about the normal business, Okada man then they shops then don't open. So continue for watching as we will bring you the live coverage. Today model now and around model leading towards the sea. Fambulden the sea. This now model. Everywhere is busy now and they see people then they about their normal business then and the streets don't get in normalcy back as transports then they run. This now model new road and as Fambulden they see heading towards Frabe College you see people then busy, everybody they about the normal business. So on this part of the college where people then don't sit down at us, they strive. So within I also they give Fambulden updates and continue to watch TDN Africa Media as we want to make sure say we give the right information and the right reports and we want to find one or two people that we will go talk to now this particular science.
Just within hours of ECSM's official release of that paper to political parties. In short, everyone and the world by calling the final voter registration, which they have spent an inordinate amount of time on the basis that we submitted to political parties. What was submitted was wrong copy. If an electoral commission, with all its multitude, technical, professional staff, could not discern the appropriate copy of such a sensitive and highly critical document from garbage before sharing with election shareholders, how would anyone trust their capacity and ability and ability to effectively run the Take capture of the ECSM makes it worry that this institution no longer has the freedom to conduct elections in a free, fair, and transparent manner. The government has ensured that all the commissioners are sympathetic to the ruling party, and they themselves have confirmed this suspicion by their actions and statements. A few months ago, there was a little audio circulating on social media of the Electoral Commissioner South, Mr. Edmund Alpha, condemning the international community for their push for transparency in the electoral process and suggesting that they were trying to implement a regulation again. More recently, the senior management of the ECSM was still posing for a picture with SLPP's re-election campaign post. Within the sub-region, Salud is one of the last people of the movement. In the last 5 years, the SLPP has been deliberate about the democratic disaster. And the signs are now very clear that they seem all set to kill and bury our hard-won democracy. But the Bureau and SLPP should know that the APC, which is a grassroots party and therefore a Congress party of all Sierra Leone, stands ready to currently and unapologetically defend our democracy at every figure and democracy. Failure by President Joe and the SLPP-led government to heed to the aforementioned considerations before the election on 24th of June 2023, we leave the APC with no option but to conclude that the SLPP's intention, goal and primary objective is not to conduct free, fair, and non-violent elections. Accordingly, the APC will therefore demand that Mr. Mohamed Khan and all the electoral commission resign from
Good morning, or good day. Very much happy for just two reasons. For times we and say the Electoral Commission, the Chief Electoral Commissioners and other commissioners will not resign. Will not resign and we conduct these elections. As a matter of fact, the election will start. As we talk presidential election, they go right now for the early voters. And I'm happy for reports saying we'll get party representatives then and then all the centers are open. So election will start. And they encourage political parties or let them continue for campaign until the last day and let them go participate on the polling. That's the only way this.
Welcome to TDN Africa Media.
And you go tell Fambodem your name, please.
Namina Adi Macaulay, Deputy Campaign Manager for the Samoa 2023 Campaign Western Area.
Okay, we just see the flag bearer for the 2023 multi-tier election for the APC party just don't address the nation. For the benefit of we Fambodem, you being part of the campaign team, waiting at the purpose of some of the address them will make.
Well, as you can see from in statement, firstly, giving commitment to the rule of law, democracy and peace of the country. And secondly, it remind the country of many of the bad things where President Bio and in government don't unleash on this nation. Starting with the illegal removal of various people from their constitutionally protected offices, down to appointing illegally the commissioners of ECSL, and also the effort of the government for capture state institutions, for example the police, the military and ECSL, for unleash mayhem on the people of Sierra Leone. Just a few days ago in Kono, the Sierra Leone police unprovoked attacked the campaign of Dr. Samuel. On the day where Dr. Samuel they get nominated na ECSL, the whole country, the whole world see, it was again attacked. And the day where we come out America, when we come na mile 38, the one whole world see again say they attack we. But thus far, the APC they exercise patience because we believe in the peace and security of this country. But we don't reach a point where we get for come out in the fashion way we don't do today and remind the world of the dangers where they lock around in the event that we not get free, fair and credible elections, and that they not allow the APC for campaign in a very peaceful atmosphere.
Okay, we see in part of the address, we see the leader make recommendation that the ECSL leadership, ranging from the electoral commissioner, for resign. From which background the leader make that particular suggestion?
From several viewpoints. One, as soon as he way he lay down an argument that when the electoral commissioner not qualified for being elected as chief electoral commissioner, because at the time when they appoint him, he was already a public servant. And secondly, we constitution, section 33 of we constitution, say the president where he appoint electoral commissioners if for doing in consultation with opposition political parties. He only appoint them and inform the other political parties, which is a complete contravention of the constitution. And lastly, the credibility, integrity of Kone is in question, and we not go allow somebody with integrity they in question for conduct with elections. We get so many implications for the economy, the peace and security of this country.
We see to TDN Africa Media.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm fine. Today we dey na the streets of Freetown for sound people them opinion on how the electoral processes they go. And one of the things them we don't come up so in this whole electoral process now the fact that the flag bearer and leader of the All People's Congress, Dr. Samura Kamara, don't ask the ECSL for don't give condition them to ECSL for let them look into them in 72 hours. As a citizen of the states, what do you think about that?
Well, me as a citizen, what here they try for say, this we they deal with the main opposition party leader, right? And when you look, majority of Sierra Leoneans belongs to that party there. And if the leaders speak and give in your own differences the way it gets concerned the election, I think say waiting the international community or the one they were concerned for do they need for solve them problem then they before we go into election. Because any half thing they try for carry it a chaos. Because now when you listen to his speech, because me listen to him, he tell we say, if he did not solve issues and when he raise up, he go into the election, any result, they accept him. So waiting down there they mean for it means say this country want for go back we come out ain't not possible. Because one, now waiting me they say if this man getting your reasons and he naming reasons, right? Me I know they talk about party but they talk for the country because Mama Salo now one we get, not two Mama Salo we get. And this man a main opposition leader. Now he gives 72 hours. Then so waiting me there, people don't even start for vote. It means waiting the man say not even necessary. They don't even take the money words for anything. But what they say now, they don't forget say this man, he gets so many thousands them where they support him.
Okay. As much as you don't already start for address the fact that election don't begin without they not look into the issues where the opposition leader highlights. But the ECSL say that's the part of the law for letting give opportunity to people them will, like for instance the one the way they travel go make for letting vote before then they go. As a citizen of the state, what do you also think about that particular excuse the way the ECSL give?
Well, me, I don't think say, I don't know man or lie, but I don't think say that thing they correct because this election where they vote for there is so many complaints with the opposition party, right? So if they don't go start for votes, you self look inside it means the man in what way talk not to correct thing. And the people the way the man say for resign, then still not then conduct this election. So this is not just a common sense. This election, if don't try to solve the things in force before ever people then they begin for votes.
Okay, now before you left with, what will be your final statement as a citizen of the state in terms of follow, maintain the peace, and as well as to the authorities concerned?
Well, me, what me they say to the authorities concerned, please, if we really love this country, let we try, let no feds not come again. For if we remember, we've been small by then. The one that we witnessed the 11 years war not been good. And now after thing here, they bring them kinds war and then the country. So me they advise and please let them do the things when necessary for do before going to election.
Okay, and in media, Madam Femi Claudius Cole. Yes. Today you not get for introduce yourself. Now we do one for you. We see yourself attend the address where the APC...
The press conference.
Yes, the press conference, I beg your pardon, where the All People's Congress flag bearer candidates for the June 24, 2023 election, Dr. Samura Kamara addressed the nation on issues relating to the electoral process. As somebody who just don't declare in support for Dr. Samura Kamara, what do you think about some of the things they were actually saying?
Look, almost all waiting Dr. Samura saying I addressed today, and I think the way I done the highlight. For the one that we can see waiting them press statements and me communication on my Facebook page, on my Twitter page, all na issue where I don't raise. All na thing where I don't be interviewed about, I don't talk extensively about. From, goes back as 2019. But let me take and say from the census. I was arrested because I said, continue to police case. Because why we've been there against the census? Because they were not prepared. And the evidence don't show they're not being prepared. They're in Russia no more, but they're not prepared. And the World Bank withdrew their funding. Then it came to cybercrime bill. We raised the alarm. Then it came to institution of a PR system. The registration of voters. None of it has been done competently. None of it. So what Dr. Samura was saying, and I 100% support, the PPRC and the ECSL are not fit for purpose. They are not fit for purpose. If you cannot, 12 days to an election, 10 days to an election, produce a disaggregated data, then you are not fit to be in that office.
But they don't give some excuses around some of the... We will not subscribe to none of the excuses?
Look, the amount of money we're looking at is in the region of 10 million, not leons, US dollars. Have you looked at your voter ID card? Does it look like a voter ID card that justifies that kind of money? Half of them, the faces are as black as mine. So they've had the resources. Whose fault is it that you sack all the people away sabi the work? And you've hired all your tribesmen? Whose fault is it? When you put square pegs into round holes, what do you get? You get an incompetent institution, which is what we have right now. It is not only Kone that is incompetent, the entire ECSL is incompetent.
You support now for Dr. Samuel Kamara, but this is APC's call, and a call by the flag bearer of the APC. If you were part of the APC, what will be your position in this case? Most of the Dr. Samuel Kamara don't give a 72 hours demand for make them meet to them.
If I was in the APC and I had decision-making powers, I mean, for don't care, ECSL go court maybe 3-4 weeks ago, direct to the Supreme Court, and perhaps force the Supreme Court to have them do the needful. Go back to my tweets. I even went as far as to explain to the public waiting at disaggregated data. Why is a disaggregated data important? Go back and read my tweets. I actually explained. Say this is the format for rigging. Why you not for tell me almost people register na St. Thomas? Why not? Why I not forgot now on election day I forgot say I not see my name, I not see my face? That is why you give us the disaggregated data so political parties can plan. And we know that a lot of underage children have been registered. Now that make the disaggregated data don't fashion. Why would Miss Claudia Scholl have a personal vendetta? An institution. I don't get man where I go say then keep me man. Then me picking the left, I don't go say that me keep me picking the left and an altar. Why should it be personal? We are talking about the lives of 8 million Sierra Leoneans. Almost of them get microphone. How many? How many people don't have a home to sleep in? How many people do not eat a hot meal in a day? So how many people is 1,000 leons a big money? It is for them that we fight. I am blessed. I have parents who worked hard, and I am proverbially a child with a silver spoon in her mouth. So if God don't bless me on picking them, ibad if I fight for others? Ibad? I could stick myself in the US and never come home, but this is home. And I tell you something else, Sierra Leone has the potential of being a complete and utter paradise.
Okay.
If we have good governance.
All right. So now, Sierra Leone gets the potential for be paradise. Waiting people then for votes for come June 24 before you left we?
Waiting?
Salon people then for votes for come June 24.
Salon, look, first of all, let me tell you. The secret to any, if not organization, if not association, if not club, that person may they head that club, whether not church club or whether not Islamic club or whether not girls club or that leader very important. The person where they lead that association, they bring people then together and keep them together. So leadership, let us never underestimate leadership. Leadership is important, very important. We need a leader in Sierra Leone that is compassionate. We need a leader in Sierra Leone for we. We need a leader in Sierra Leone we not get for cook we. We need a leader in Sierra Leone we not get for can talk to we alapa we. We need a leader we know they can't divide we. We need a leader where they pay attention to detail. To detail. We no say the prices. No problem. The hospital then, no problem. The judiciary, no problem. We need a leader. We're able to bring people then together. You na APC, come. You na UP, come. You na C4C, let we all come put heads together. We don't want a leader where they invite only impadi them for EPA and govern. We are living that nightmare right now, and enough is enough. I know Dr. Samura to be a man of his word. A man that is trustworthy, a man that has attention to detail. Attention to detail. And I know he's a man that is compassionate. Femi Claudia Scholl, I don't need a job. I don't need anybody else's money. I don't need a position. I need to see a Sierra Leone that functions.
But if you're given position to serve?
It depends on where, it depends on. But I will support Dr. Samura in campaigning. I will support him in ruling. I will support him even if he loses the election. I will not cross carpet to any son of man.
As a message, your own message for peace, especially when we know now situations are not as they used to be.
I love these questions about peace.
Yes.
I love una question. Can I go to Creole, please?
Yeah, indeed. Lord, one Creole.
I like una question who una can ask about peace.
Yes.
And I like for throw the question back to una. Who that they endanger peace right now? Who that they endanger the peace?
Well, plenty of people think say now una the politician them.
Not say una the politician, but not the politician. And not the politician will say then are the executive. It is now the SLPP government with the power boys that are endangering the peace. You know why? I go tell you why. Yesterday, then go without any provocation. Then broke all people in Pambody, the government wife. Yes. Then when they don't broke and done a net, one other set go now say then they go beg them. Then fire one boy, then shoot an aid. Do you have a gun? I don't. Do you have bullets? I don't. Only one people in a saloon get guns and bullets. And that's the military. And that's the military. So the peace conversation, before you ask me, when I go ask them.
All right. Thank you for we talk to TDN Africa.
All right, welcome to TDN Africa Media. My name is Ezekiel Ekuma. You go tell your name to fumble them.
My name is Geneva.
Ms. Geneva, how you feel about the early voting yesterday where the ECSL don't conduct?
Well, I believe that it already happened. Not to the first 10 days. Because some people in the way they say if Australians and they don't register, they hope for votes, but because of reason way important for themselves and for the nation, they decide say they forgo and at time not to foresee a salon no more, because if in a salon no more, so they go talk say after election, but not to salon no more, na the one who war. So they don't go wait. They say they go come. So before they come, election don't done, and then self now they right for me they votes. So I like the movie yesterday.
All right, so in as much as we come to the biggest elections after this week, the other week, we come to the general elections. So as a woman, how you feel about that?
Well, I'm happy for let Sierra Leoneans exercise their rights. May they vote for who that they want to vote for. The only thing like where I go say it look what itself small, now the kind threatening what itself the world they give, but we believe say God therefore intervene and then they all therefore come to pass by the grace of God. Election therefore go free and fair, and by the grace of God, violence and God not get for day, because we they pray, the Muslim Christians we all they pray. If we ordinary people then we they don't they go church, they don't they go mosques, we they meet up and they buy God the power, one of the kind of salon. And a positive talk that.
All right, you make mention about threats. What do you think about, what are the reasons behind the threats we they talk about?
Well, some people, they feel say no more, so true by that, they go able to succeed in what they want to do. You understand? Some man, even picking to picking, if they seem picking, not able to knock it company, but for let himself make that way, and they beat you, which of course, you know, able to beat her. You understand? So all the kinds of some fees and in your way land the way we able to succeed in what you want to do.
So which are this threat way they talk about?
Would they go beat yonder? Would they burn yonder? Would they kill people? Sometimes person not get for unagraded thing in there. But by the grace of God, that not get for happen in a salon.
So as a woman, as a woman, you get any message where you could tell your company woman? So then threats there where they come like for born, host, for do this.
Yeah, what's the normal get for say we born the good picking there and now we also born the bad picking there. If mama you see don't always see they talk to a picky positive way, things the way positive they tell her. Even if you go on the street, it can't be one influencer for let you do that kind of thing. If you remember if mama or papa your advice at home, and I believe say it will say no, mama be selling not do this, papa be selling not do this. So we get more for do. We as women then. One we get for talk to women then, we get for talk to we picking then, we get for talk to we picking their friends then. Because woman not so for say picking no more where you born, now you go be kumbra for. You get for be kumbra for other person in your picking where you see say they do something where you not fine. You they call her home, you talk to her as you picking. So even if you be not plan for do bad, once you don't talk to her, you don't see in mama inside you go stop. And man then now we born there. And now we sabi by there, we go also talk to them. For me, they know because now the more, now man, the more they bring violence. Not to read man.
So finally, Madam Geneba, in as much as we come to the general elections, and I hope say yourself as a woman, you hope for see them way the next president will get forget. You hope for seeing them for one of the woman there. You go able tell me some of the things that we want for see let the president for do for one of the woman there.
Yes, and thank God all the leaders they talk say they get sorry heart for woman there at salon, even though we not this year. Let me say even 60% safe we not this year. But by the grace of God, they don't begin. Maybe if we be there 20%, at least we don't reach to 60%. And we they pray that the next president where Mama Salon get for produce this year, where it can go get sorry heart for we the woman there, and it go make way for we. Because woman, where you know I do, if they do something, it's not easily misbehave safe, because if we don't grab na money and not say I forgot do this, I do that, make her able meet up so thing, I get for put your attention there. When they over some market say, hey, come on, me wife run after me. Now when the woman don't get nothing for do. If you get something for do, you know they run after you. Because you don't get assignment for do. You know they run after you.
All right, in as much as they tell the woman for talk to una picking them, talk to una man them, which message will you get for a company woman they will like sometimes as you say, now more man them can do them violence in there. Which message will they tell to a company woman them for also help for talk to them man and them boy picking them?
Well, I just want me to know say with the woman in a salon, let we know say anytime we they talk say war, we they suffer more than demanding. At times, it's not easy to see woman left picking a run go, but man kid one. So woman they even during the war, they die because of the picking there. So we they suffer more. Now that make me at the appeal to all my companies Israeli woman there. For me they talk to the man there, me they talk to the picking there. Let we go far from waiting they bring war kind of salon, because if we talk says they bring war. You understand? At times the way they how let me say the country a level they begin, even though they
here His Excellency the President of the Republic and Madam First Lady. Like we wrote. Your Excellency, sir, this is the work that you directed us to do, that we should light up Canal. First thing we're going to take is safety gear.
The other side wants to say that the game
Great delight and honor, I commissioned the new machine to light up Highland Dam.
And of course, as you can see, this is not TDL Africa Media you watch live. And this correspondent, Amadou Juma, live inside Kaila. And of course, this is the house. You can see lightweight above Kaila for receiving. And also some chiefdoms within the streets waiting for this opportunity. As you can see, the first lady of the Salon, and of course, the president of the Salon, it's an election now. Machines way. We send the lights on. And of course, the president don't put the light on.
So, what about the feeder to go outside? Feeder number 3. All of the feeders have this reserve, so we have 3 feeders here. These are the places that have this feeder. Yes, it's like in Bella.
Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for vote without violence. All we want for sin, all we want for vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for vote without violence. All we want for sin, all we want for sin, without violence. Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for vote without violence. All we want for sin, all we want for vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for vote without violence. All we want for sin, all we want for vote without violence. Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for vote without violence. All we want for sin, all we want for vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for vote without violence.